Nurul Ihsan, Pengarah Haji Damit, from Mpec Secretariat, Prime Minister's Office. She's the acting Assistant Director for Mpec Secretariat. She will be presenting a topic on Mpec and its initiatives. There will be a 10 minutes question and answer session. For those who have any questions, you can submit it to the chat. Now, without further ado, let us welcome our speaker, Hajah Nurul Ihsan.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I am Pengarah Hajah Nurul Ihsan, Pengarah Haji Damit, the Acting Assistant Director at the Manpower Planning and Employment Council, Secretariat. So firstly, I would like to thank the event manager, event organizer for giving Mpec Secretariat the opportunity to speak this morning. So my presentation this morning, which is Manpower Planning and Employment Council and its initiatives, will be divided into 4 sections. So, hold on. Okay. Okay. So I hope everybody can see the presentation slides on the screen. So as I was saying, my presentation this morning, which is the Manpower Planning and Employment Council, or MPEC in short, and its initiative, will be divided into 4 sections. Firstly, I will be sharing the establishment of MPEC, then followed by the findings of Labour Force Survey 2019, and then Mpec initiatives and future of work. So without further delay or ado, I'll move to the first content of my presentation. So a brief on Manpower Planning and Employment Council, which is MPEC in short. The council was, with the consent of His Majesty, the council was established back in November 2019 with the vision to tackle unemployment issues in the country effectively, efficiently, and transparently. So as you can see on the screen, the chairman to the Mpec Council is the Minister at the Prime Minister's Office and the Minister of Finance and Economy, Kedua. So the members consist of 6 ministers from various ministries, and it is also supported by a working group consisting of 5 deputy ministers. So here we can see that the government is putting its utmost commitment to tackle the unemployment issues that we are currently facing in the country. Under the MPEC, we have developed a strategic plan which consists of 9 focus areas and 31 key deliverables, of which it is categorized under 3 main pillars, such as supply, demand, and also enabler. So when I say about supply pillar, it is mainly initiatives and key deliverables that will help to ensure the readiness of local workforce and to produce highly skilled locals as per the needs of industry. Okay, going back to the supply pillar, here is where strong collaboration with training institution is crucial. The second pillar, which is the demand pillar, focuses on identifying job opportunities, employment, and also close partnership with industry players. So one of the initiatives is the close collaboration between the regulators, industry, and also training institution through the establishment of the Manpower Planning and Manpower Industry Steering Committee. Okay, The third pillar, which is the enabler, is the connector or the key deliverables that can close the gap between the supply and also our demand. So here under the enabler is the establishment of Job Center Brunei, which is the facilitator that can help locals to find its potential employers and also job opportunities, particularly in the private sector. Okay. All right. So my next section of the presentation is the Labor Force Survey 2019. Yeah. Okay. The Labor Force Survey 2019 shows a decrease in the unemployment rate, which in 2019, which is a fall from 8.7% in 2018 to 6.8% in 2019. So although the unemployment rate has shown a decrease, Mpec is committed in ensuring the effective manpower planning and also reducing our unemployment rate. So if we can see the further breakdown of the unemployed according to qualification level, the highest unemployed are those with secondary education at about, 8,779 people. So Alhamdulillah, in terms of total labor force, it has shown an increase from 2014 to 2019, a steady increase to 237,000 people. So meaning the number of people participating in the labor force has shown immense increase. In terms of recruitment achievement in 2020, in Mpec, we monitored the recruitment achievement, local recruitment achievement every month. So as of the end of 2020, by December 2020, Alhamdulillah, we have achieved our target and exceed our target by 103%. Initially, at the very early of the year of 2020, we were given a target of 12,355 local recruitment. So Alhamdulillah, by the end of the year, we have achieved the target set and exceeded by 408. So here, with this achievement, it is estimated that the rate of unemployment by the end of 2020 is at 4.2%. This is very interesting, yet needs to be measured against the labor force survey of 2020, whether our number is close to what is being estimated. So this slide is showing the recruitment achievement by sector. So what we can see here is that almost all sectors have achieved its target, the set target given by MPEC. For example, the wholesale and retail has achieved their target by 9%, with local newly recruited of 2,159 people. Okay. This is showing local recruitment in the private sector. So by the end of December 2020, Alhamdulillah, we have exceeded the 2019 achievement. So by 2020 December, the number of locals newly recruited in the private sector recorded at 10,500 people. Okay, so under the MPEC, various manpower initiatives have been implemented and are available for local job seekers and employers to increase their employability as well as marketability. So I will touch one by one on what are the initiatives being implemented and introduced. So firstly is the establishment of Job Center Brunei. This slide is showing the active job seekers in JCB by education level. So as of the 31st of December 2020, there are about 9,800 total job seekers who are actively seeking employment. With the highest local job seekers are holding qualification of secondary education and below, followed by first degree and above at 30% or 2,900, and then TVET level at 22% or 2,100 people, as well as HND and equivalent at 1,242. So this is showing the supply data according to the top 10 field of studies for TVET level and above. So if we take the breakdown of the 9,000, these are their qualification or field of studies. So what we are showing here is that the top 10 field of studies acquired by our supply or our local job seekers are, firstly, at the very top is ICT with 604 people. Secondly, business admin, 245 people. And thirdly, computing, 233. So in the green boxes is showing the supply breakdown according its education level, TVET, HND, degree and above. So what message we're trying to share here is that the number of local job seekers having this type of qualification is saturated, meaning these are the top 10 field of studies that we have at the moment registered with us. So how can you make yourself different from the rest of the people? Because if we see here, there are a lot of ICT. However, what value add can you have or can you gain to yourself in order for the employer to take you in and make you different from the rest of the candidates here? So what we're saying here is you also need to take the opportunity to get other certification that will be able to value add to your academic qualification, such as, say, for example, you're an IT graduate, you should also be looking into programming certificate, Microsoft certificate, and so on. That will be able to help you be employable and marketable, for example. Okay. Next, moving on to, okay, why did I share about Job Center Brunei? Why was it established? So Job Center Brunei is a one-stop career center for local job seekers and also for employers in the private sector. So it is also aimed to provide various employment services and relevant trainings for local job seekers as well as businesses. Other than that, Job Center Brunei also provide a platform for local job seekers to apply to available vacancies. So in Job Center Brunei, companies are required to post their vacancies to the Job Center portal so that it is accessible to local job seekers to apply. And then Job Center Brunei is also offering services that can help local job seekers to enhance their employability and as well as marketability, such as providing services to check your CVs, to get interview tips, and so on. Okay. And then lastly, JCB is also acts as a facilitator to assist employers in hiring local workforce. So we often hear that local job seekers in the past have faced several issues or several problems when seeking job. So a new graduate, for example, will not know where to start when they want to find a job, will not know what companies are offering the available vacancies, and they are not able to track job applications that they have applied to. So it also brings problems such as the cost of printing CVs, they wouldn't know where to apply and so on. Hence why Job Center Brunei was established to help solve or to help address these issues faced by the job seekers. So to help with local job seekers, JCB provides an online platform. So it provides its services through an online platform where you can find it at www.jobcenterbrunei.gov.bn. So via this online platform, it can help you view live vacancies available. You can also see the job requirement or criteria posted by the companies, as well as you can easily update your job seeker's profile, which can be easily accessed by companies. Via this, we will be able to job match you to the openings or the vacancies available. So this will help cut the cost of hard copy CVs, hard copies document, because all this will be uploaded via the portal itself. So here is showing the steps for registration for your reference. So in order to register into the portal, you need to have an eDarussalam account. Then you can log in into the Job Center portal using your eDarussalam account. Then you can easily build your profile, such as personal details, work experience, education details, and so on. Once that is uploaded, once activated, you can start browsing for vacancies, apply for positions at your own time. You can easily do this at home. And then one of the feature of JCB portal is you are able to receive SMS notifications on your interviews. You can track applications status online, and you will be able to be informed that you get the job via the system itself. Hence why we would like to encourage local job seekers to get yourself registered into the Job Center portal. So the benefit of registering yourself in Job Center portal is that you will also be able to access to the many services provided by JCB, such as, like I mentioned earlier, you will be able to be job matched to the current vacancies available, posted by the companies and so on. And then we will be able to maintain your data and statistics from time to time. And then registered Job Center job seekers will be able to be view iReady apprenticeship vacancies or positions. Will also be able to join the training and courses available in JCB, and will be sent an alert on the upcoming event, such as Mukim Connect, recruitment fair, and so on, conducted by the center. Here is also sharing some of the services available at JCB. So we have a weekly CV writing clinic and interview tips, which job seekers are welcome to come over to JCB. We are very much happy to help you to look into your CV and also to guide you through some of the interview questions normally asked. We have the facilities provided at JCB, which companies can use for free, and so on. Okay, this is just showing you some of the activities conducted by JCB by the end of the year 2020. All right. So next, I would like to touch on the future of work and how can you make yourself prepared to be work ready in any situation, regardless of the economic or job market condition or changes. Okay, the slide is showing you the common hired job seekers criteria. So these are some of the common criteria that we have gathered via the job description posted by companies on the portal. So here you can see that companies very much require their employees to be disciplined, for example, independent, responsible, able to work under pressure, and so on. So it may be assumed that employees possessing this criteria and are to perform well with the employer in the company. So yeah, this is sharing with you some of the common criteria looked for by the employees. Again, that previously I was showing you what are the current criteria they require. But moving on to IR 4.0, you may ask, how can you prepare yourself? So with some of the research done by ARPU, which is the Association of Pacific Rim Universities, it is shown that some sectors, yes, definitely will be at risk of automation or digitalization. However, some sectors will still need to have that human touch. So what we are saying at the moment is that the more soft skills the job requires, the more resistant it is to automation, such as healthcare, nurses, doctors, and so on. They will still require a human touch. So advanced and social emotional skills are becoming more and more important. Jobs are now occurring in hybrid where it is a mix of skills. So what we can see here is that in today's world, you can be an accountant, but in the future, you will need to have multi-skilled or possess role, such as an accountant mixed with other skills such as data analytics, business process skills, strategic planning, and so on. So we were once shared that a doctor in Singapore currently is not only a doctor, but he is also the CEO of the hospital. So it's a mix of both in order for us to stay on to face the economic changes. So the important point to note here is that we will still need social emotional skills in order to perform the future work. Okay. So the Brookings Institute have also identified 7 social emotional skills or attributes that are very much needed in this 21st century. So this include effective communication, entrepreneurship, able to assess and analyze information, always being curious or curiosity, collaboration and influence, meaning how do you collaborate and work together with other people, a strong mental agility, and also able to think critically and able to solve problem. So these are the 7 social emotional skills that we always emphasize on our local job seekers. So in order to be able to progress with the future jobs, we are also encouraging our local job seekers to continuously volunteer, do more voluntary work, community service, be involved in community service. If you are still in school, volunteer to lead any given projects, be active in your ECA and clubs, join any meaningful internship or work attachment during your school semester break, and so on. And always read books, do research outside school, be knowledgeable, know more about what's happening around the world, and so on. And if you have the opportunity to get yourself a part-time job, by all means, do it. So all this will be able to build yourself. This will help you to be more employable and marketable in the future. So with that in mind, we are also introducing several Mpec initiatives in support to the few things that we have mentioned earlier. So some of the Mpec initiatives involves the establishment of the Manpower Industry Steering Committee. So at the moment, we are looking into 5 sectors, which is the energy, marine, construction, hospitality, and tourism, as well as ICT. So the Manpower Industry Steering Committee is a platform where industry regulators and training education institution are put together, sit together, where they will be able to discuss on the alignment of courses to the current and also future industry needs. So at the moment, several competency frameworks are already in place and developed. If we take energy as a start, they have already launched their iSkills program in collaboration with IBTE, whereby the iSkills program has been catered to the requirement of the industry in terms of what are the skills or competency needed, its assessment, and so on. So another initiatives that we have also introduced in Mpec is, apart from the Sesi Muzakarah and Roadshow conducted by JCB, we have also introduced several upskilling and reskilling programs, such as the Skills Plus program. So Skills Plus, as briefly, is a training fund program where we will be able to give financial assistance to locals who wish to upgrade, upskill, and reskill themselves through taking short courses, which are less than 1 year. And then the CET in hospitality and tourism, also in collaboration with IBTE. So local job seekers will undergo 4 weeks program, both theory and also practical, where the first 2 weeks they will be placed in IBTE, followed by the following 2 weeks at the respective companies. So the beauty of CET is that once they have completed and successfully undergo this training, there will be companies taking them in as their permanent employers. So another one in the pipeline is the SPIN, which is study in professional institution. So as a start, we'll be looking into the accountancy courses. This is planned to be launched sometime this year, Q1 to Q2 of 2021. So the rest in blue are some of the other initiatives carried out by MPEC, such as the introduction of salary guidelines, the current review of the foreign worker recruitment process, youth policy, upskilling and reskilling framework, job seeker survey, as well as job seekers poll. So under MPEC, we are also looking into the current and future demand required by the country as well as the industry. So what we are showing here is the job opportunities available between 2021 to 2025. So to date, there are about 14,000 validated jobs opportunities identified from various sectors. So here I would like to highlight that this is a ongoing work. So first, we have identified the job opportunities in the oil and gas sector, GLCs, nursing, as well as some of the job opportunities that will be able to be generated via the MIIC working group. What I mean is what they have identified through their critical occupations. So there's still many other sectors that needs to be looked into for us to get a more comprehensive data on the job opportunities. So for now, as I mentioned, there are about 14,000 jobs being identified in the next 4 years. About 4,000 jobs from FDIs, 300 jobs via GLC, and about 1,100 nursing jobs required in the next few years. And then, as I mentioned, via the MIIC critical occupations, meaning these are the jobs identified by the MIIC that can be filled by our locals. So they have identified about 7,300 potential jobs that can be filled up by our locals via the foreign worker displacement in the next few years.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're short of time now. Actually, we have to end our session here.
Okay.
So now we have to go to our question and answer session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a short request. Maybe before I end my session, I'll go to the very end of the presentation just to inform the public that we are having our recruitment fair this weekend.
Okay, sure.
So to know more about what MPEC is doing, and if we have more question, if you require a face-to-face interaction, come and see us at the One City Mall, 19th, 20th, and 21st of February. So there is a booth there that we are exhibiting over 600 vacancies. So come and see us. We are more than happy to talk more about what initiatives we have within MPEC. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pengarah Nurul. So now actually we'll go to the question and answer session. So far, there's a few questions here from the attendees. So one of the questions, how do Mpec monitor or track job seekers that are already employed after filling the job vacancies?
So here is the close collaboration with various agencies is important. So what we do, the number of job seekers, active job seekers, we will cross-check with various agencies such as TAP, such as training institution to see whether they are currently employed. So meaning to say, if they are listed in TAP, we will definitely take them out from our current job seekers list, because a newly recruited individuals will need to contribute to start contributing to TAP. So that's one, cross-checking with TAP. As well as we cross-check with training institution whether they are furthering their studies. So if they are also furthering their studies, their name and IC number will automatically be taken out from our job seeker list. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Hopefully that answers this question. But there's also one question saying that in the event that employees stay less than a month in their workplace, will Mpec give them some sort of sanction or penalty if the employee stay in the company for less than a month in their workplace? Or
Normally,
or all employees are now under the management or supervision of their respective employers?
okay. So thank you for the question. So normally when an employee is already employed, they are bonded to the company via their employment contract. So leaving the company will be under the jurisdiction of the company, meaning to say that they must abide to the contract listed, such as they need to tender in their resignation 1 month or 2 weeks prior to resigning, and so on. So in terms of them leaving the companies, what we can help via Job Center Brunei is that we have this list of local job seekers who we call them and consult them. We do counseling. We ask them what are the reasons of them leaving the company, how can we help them, constant counseling with Job Center as well as the job seekers.
Okay, thank you very much. There's also another question by Impact View. What profession engineering positions will be in demand in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay. So in terms of engineering demand, what we can see from our validated opportunities is that there are mass demand in the oil and gas sector. For example, the Hengyi project that looks into refinery, refinery, oil and gas, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and so on. So those are some of the engineering fields required by this company at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much. And there's also another question. Could JCB help current students with work experience by linking to employers for short work attachment?
Okay. So via JCB, we have the iReady apprenticeship program where it's open to now the TVET level and above, TVET level, HND, and also degree. So through the apprenticeship program, it will enable graduates to gain more experiences on the job, experiential learning. So it's an 18-month program where they will be trained and coached by the company, and then if they are performing, the company have the choice to retain them as their permanent employment. However, in terms of attachment, yes, we would like to encourage our graduates to grab such opportunities available. Say if there's an opening to get in interns or attachment into companies. So you should be able to grab that opportunity to enhance your marketability as well as your employability in the future.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, actually, I have a question from myself. How do you think esports will be an impact to our country if everyone wants to be like esports, working esports, gaming industry?
Okay, I think that is one of the things that being discussed by the MIIC WGICT, looking into gaming, app development, and so on. So probably there are more opportunities outside the country. So we're not saying that all this, you don't have to work. You can work from Brunei servicing companies outside the country. So maybe that's one of the importing our talent outside, exporting our talent. Sorry, that's what I meant. So those are one of the areas being looked at by MIIC, WGICT, and for sure there are demands for it in country as well as outside the region.
Okay, thank you very much. We also come to an end in our session. So for those who want to have more information, you can also find them in one city from 19 to 21 February this month. So if you have any questions, you can also go to their website, jobcenterbrunei.gov.bn. So with that, I conclude this session. Hopefully to see you guys in the next session. Thank you very much. Wabila taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.